Get going here. Welcome. Thank you guys for hopping on tonight to learn about biohacking your body. I am Dr. Jess Bueller, and I practice in Central South Dakota. I'm a chiropractor, and I do NATE and acupuncture as well. And Darci Martin-Moss is also on here to talk with us today too. So I'll just do our brief little start here, and then we'll get going. So Darci is a mom of 8, and I'm a mom of 4 with 1 on the way. And life is crazy busy, so why are we spending our time talking to you about this? And obviously the reason is that we think it's very important, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of others, to have this gift that we have this knowledge that we should share it with other people. So we're going to start just talking about biohacking. And basically, when you think of hacking, you kind of think of something bad or wrong, but really there's a lot of things that we can do to hack our bodies, to make our bodies, to get a different outcome from our bodies than we might have otherwise gotten. And so in what we're using here is something called nutrigenomics, which is the study of nutrition to affect our gene expression. So we can literally go into our DNA and turn on good genes and turn off bad genes based on the nutrition that we give our bodies. So if this is something you haven't heard about, we're going to get into more details as we go along. But it's definitely something that you're going to hear about again and again, because the research on this field is just exploding, and it has been for the last probably 10 or 15 years, honestly. But before that, the old way of thinking was just so different than the way that we can do things now. So this is the importance of that, and this market is just becoming very large. So to preface what we're talking about and what put LifeVantage at the forefront of nutrigenomics was an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005. And so we're going to start by watching that. But in 2003, there was a scientist named Dr. Joe McCord, and he and his team had formulated the blend of our flagship product called Protandim Nerve 2 Synergizer. And that blend was 5 all-natural components, and they had 1 patent on their blend and 1 peer-reviewed and published study that the company funded. So in 2005, when this ABC report aired, no one had heard of this company, and things were soon to change. So we're going to watch that right now.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically. of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me?
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim.
The following is
Do you want to start, Darce? Oh, you're on mute. There we go.
Sorry, Joe was in here with me. Hey, this was a video that was originally aired in 2005, and it was a study that they had done. Gosh, I'm sorry, Jess.
No. So after the ABC primetime report aired, many universities and institutions began doing their own research on our product because they saw what you just saw and they thought, I wonder what that could do for me. So anyway, LifeVantage is a publicly traded company. And they were, and Protandim, our Nerf 2 Protandim Synergizer was on retail shelves, GNC, Walgreens, and the like, from 2005 until 2009. And they were selling a whole half a bottle per store average. So literally the company was going bankrupt. But they knew they had a medical breakthrough, you know? And so in 2009, Dr. McCord and his team of scientists hired a marketing advisor to give them some advice. And he suggested that they switch it from retail to direct sales, where you were telling the story about the company and the product and what it could do. And Dr. McCord said that sounds like multi-level marketing. It sounds like network marketing, and I don't want that negative stigma attached to my product. So they did a 6-week trial, and direct sales won by 300%. And so since 2009, this product has been in direct sales. The company has been a direct sales company. So you can only get this product through independent distributors like Darci and myself. So the company grew from less than 10 million to over 200 million in 1 year. And we've been featured on ABC, NBC, PBS, the Today Show, and the Wall Street Journal. These are some of the universities and the associations that we are supported by. American Heart Association and American Cancer Society both support the use of our product. And obviously you can see there's some big university names here too. You want to try this one?
So what is oxidative stress? It is the biggest problem that we have. It causes diabetes, fatigue, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. I'm struggling, Jess. I got a baby crying in the back. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, it's just it's this cellular damage that happens to our cells, and some of this happens just naturally from everyday processes in our body. Things like digestion, respiration, circulation, all those things. We release these toxic free radicals as a side effect or byproduct, I guess. But we also release free radicals in even higher concentrations when we're exposed to toxic situations, like different kinds of radiation, stuff that's in our water, in our food, in our air, even when we exercise. But there's no system in our body that is not susceptible. Every cell in your body can be affected, which is why free radical damage, oxidative stress, is a big deal, because it impacts every cell in your body, and that's why there's so many conditions that are associated with it. So with NRF2 activation, what's different is that to neutralize these free radicals, they realized that what we needed were antioxidants, because these antioxidants can connect to the free radical and keep it from doing its damage and flush out of the body. And so that's when the food pyramid changed. We started to see more servings of fruit and vegetables recommended. We saw antioxidants added to everything. I mean, when you look around now, there's even antioxidants added to your water. And we went from super fruits, super greens, just really trying to push the amount of antioxidants that we're consuming. So these are what are called direct antioxidants. We consume them and they will neutralize free radicals at a ratio of 1 to 1. But what's different about our NRF2 activator is that within every cell, there's a protein messenger in the nucleus called NRF2. And when we activate that cell, that NRF2 messenger attaches to our DNA, and it causes an expression of certain genes. 10 to 25,000 human genes are known to be affected. They're called the human survival genes. So the good genes are turned on and the bad genes are turned off. But one of the genes that is affected by this activation of the NRF2 pathway is our body's own production of antioxidant enzymes. So we start producing our own at a rate of 1 million to 1 every second. So honestly, it's like taking a Dixie cup of water when we're talking direct antioxidants, trying to throw them at our free radical production, or when we have NRF2 activation, it's like turning on the sprinkler system in every single room. You have that instant instant action, and it's everywhere. Darce? You're on mute again.
Okay. The 5 main ingredients, ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea,
Milk thistle.
milk thistle.
It's silymarin. And curcumin, turmeric.
Okay, the turmeric, okay.
Yep.
So they found out that if they put these ingredients together in a certain component, that they worked, and their synergy made them work well together. And so they produced 18 times better.
Yes, with our blend, 18 times more effective than using the components separately. So you can't get the same thing by just getting these products and taking them. And so many people, before they've heard about this, are even taking at least a few of those products. But you don't get that benefit of synergy if you don't have the exact blend that Dr. McCord used, which is why we have 7 U.S. patents on our blend for its specific effects. Go ahead.
Okay. So I lost my screen.
I'll do this one. So there was a study published in 2015, and it was talking about the benefits of the NRF2 pathway as the master regulator of detoxification, antioxidant production, anti-inflammatory, and other cytoprotective mechanisms, which means protection of every cell. And it said that NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. Wow. Do you want to try this one?
Okay.
Is your screen working?
Yeah, I got it back. So this is the study that was done on MS, and it was found that, is this the one that's talking about the other drug?
Yes. It was published by the drug company Biogenetic, and it was this drug company wanted to test our product Protandim Nerf2 in comparison to their drug Tecfidera, which is synthetic and has side effects including brain infection and death. And then, do you want to read the conclusion?
Yes. They found that using NRF2 was just as good, if not better, than the Tecfidera, which is thousands of dollars a month, while our product is only $40.
Exactly. So they not only found that it was just as good or better, but it was the most potent inducer of the pathway. Most potent inducer. And look at these pictures on the left in this MS journal. You can see the plaquing in the brain is becoming less and less, and those are shown with their drug. So with NRF2 activation, we get to combat cellular stress. We're the only supplement proven in clinical trials to reduce oxidative stress in humans by an average of 40% in 30 days, and we are FDA approved to say that. In a study that was funded by the National Institute of Aging, Protandim was found to be the only natural product proven to extend lifespan, and it helps to regulate your body's survival genes. We have the NSF and BSCG stamp of approval, so elite athletes can take this, and we know that the formulation that is in there is standardized, and it contains what the bottle says it contains. So the second problem we have is mitochondrial dysfunction. And again, on the right, you can see all those conditions that are associated with this or can be associated with it. But really, when you go back to just your elementary science classes and you're reminded of the purpose of the mitochondria, you remember that the mitochondria are the energy producing part of the cell. And so whatever the cell's job is, it is the mitochondria's job to fuel that activity. And so when we see dysfunction in the mitochondria, we see basically, if you're comparing this to a car, it's like your engine isn't working very well. So what I see that's even more common than all these conditions are people that are just really tired. They're always tired. Adults that could take a nap during the day. They have a morning lull. They have an afternoon slump. They are tired all day long, or they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Darce?
So this is our other product, the Nerf One. This one increases cellular energy. It improves performance through energy production. It enhances cellular health, so your cells function at their best. It improves your sleep quality, and it helps your cells repair themselves. It also boosts mitochondria production, and it slows cellular aging by supporting chromosome integrity.
So the third issue that we have, so we had oxidative stress that we have with our NRF2 activator, and we addressed mitochondrial dysfunction with our NRF1 activator. And now the third big problem that most people have is a leaky gut or an unhealthy gut. And so you can see again conditions that are often associated with a leaky gut. And most people have heard of taking probiotics or good bacteria in order to improve the health of their gut. But obviously, it's not just your gut that's going to improve when the health of your gut improves, right? So what we're looking for in a good probiotic are a high quantity of the amount of organisms and several different strains, because each different strain has a different purpose, whether it's aimed at your small or large intestine and what it will do for you. And there are lots and lots of good probiotics that have that. But what ours has that is different are two components. There's a BioHack lining and something called Wellmune. Both of those things have their own patents and their own websites to look up more information. But BioHack is this really cool lining that allows the organisms to bypass your stomach acid and get to the gut where we need them in the first place. So it's dynamically compressed, and they slow release through your small and large intestine, delivering the organisms deep into the gut where we need them to be. And Wellmune is beta-glucan, found in colostrum that help to give an immune boost that is just beyond compare when you put the two together. So the survival rate of most probiotics is 4%, but with our patented BioHack technology, the survival rate is 60%. This is really cool. Fourth problem Darcy's going to tell us about is fatty imbalance and why you should be taking an omega product if you are not already.
Okay, so our omegas are fish oil, and they are blended with fatty acids and vitamin D. They support your brain, cardiovascular, skin, immune system. There is omega-7 for weight management, and it improves your metabolism. And it's traceable from boat to bottle. It doesn't smell or taste fishy. All of our kids take it, which is really, really cool. It kind of has a lemon-lime flavor. So.
And they chew it, even though it's made so you can swallow it, so you do not have to chew it. But it's so pure that kids will chew this and love it because it's good. Okay, so we're going to just touch on these other products because we just went through the 4 big solutions for the 4 biggest health problems that most people have, even if they don't necessarily have a condition, symptom, or disease yet. But this is NRF2 activation for our skin. And this is a line called True Science. It's a 4-step skincare program. And this came after that National Institute of Aging study found that our NRF2 product was the only product to proven to extend lifespan. And so they said, if your product is the only anti-aging product on the market and it can do this from the inside out, why don't you have something from the outside in? And so here we are with this product. We also have studies from LSU showing that with Nerve2 activation from the inside out, skin cancers were falling off. And we know that our skin is our largest organ and it's susceptible to all of our environmental factors. Do you want to do Axio?
Sure. Okay, so Axio is a drink, and it is awesome for energy, mental clarity. Here in the right-hand side is a picture of a child with ADHD, and the picture on the left is before taking Axio and Nerve2, and the picture on the right is after. It helps with your brain clarity. It helps with get rid of that kind of lull that you're feeling. It kind of gives you a boost of energy. The decaf is comparable to a half a cup of green tea, while the regular Axio, it has a full cup, right, Jess?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the decaf actually has no caffeine in it.
Oh,
but
no.
It's green. It's a cup of a green tea in the regular version. Yeah. So what we get though is activation of Nerve2 activation of our brain chemistry. So the chemicals in our brain get to the part of the brain that they need to be in. This is literally a category creating product, just like our Nerve2 and Nerve1 product. Nothing exists like this on the market. This is Physique, our weight management line. This is based on demand, you guys. People are looking for ways to lose weight or manage their weight. And in the center there, we have our protein shake with slow and fast release amino acids, fat burn product, which is capsules for a day, targeted at that visceral fat, the dangerous fat that is surrounding our organs, ProBio, which we already talked about, and Cleanse, which is capsule form, again, very gentle, removes that sludge that's built up in your gut and helps to heal the lining. Go.
Okay, a tandem is Nerve2 for our dogs. They figured, you know, we're doing it for people, why not for our pets? So it virtually does the same thing in humans, but in a dog version.
So we're going to run through the business here, the business side of things. Obviously, Darci and I both did not get into this because of the networking effect or the business opportunity. We got involved because of the science that you were just introduced to right now very briefly. And there's a lot more details than what we explained, but we want to give you a basis to start from. So just very briefly on the business, it's networking, you guys, and you do this whether you realize it or not. Food, clothes, supplies, decoration, services, and more. If you like something, you tell people about it. If you go to a restaurant and the food is awesome, the service is good, you're going to tell people about it, and they'll more than likely go there. If you find your favorite pair of leggings and you love them and you tell your girlfriend about them, she'll probably buy them just to try them because they're your favorite. Anyway, networking is something we really do often. And there's two ways to get involved with this company, as a preferred customer or a distributor. Both will get wholesale pricing, both will choose the products they want, and both will get the products delivered directly to them. Distributors will get paid to network. This is kind of where we are with things. We are a really new company. Even though they were founded in 2003 and it's 2018, they've only been in direct sales since 2009. And that's 9 years, and really it's just we're barely getting moving. So imagine if the iPhone was where that little emblem is there, that is our emblem, and you could get a penny for every iPhone sold. And it was right here, and imagine then where it gets to the end of that S curve of where the iPhone is now. That's where it is, right? So if you could get in now, would you want to? Because we're publicly traded, this is our income disclosure statement. To get started as a distributor, you buy a bundle of product, silver, gold, or platinum pack, so that you can become a product of the product. You can use the products, and once you've used the products, the products will sell themselves because they're good, but you'll be able to tell what they've done for you. As a preferred customer, you would purchase the products at wholesale. You're just going to pick what you want and buy them. The distributor only buys, it's only a one-time option to buy this initial bundle pack, and then after that, they just buy what they want as well. You want to do this, Darce?
Yep. So if you choose a subscription or one of our stacks, you get free shipping. So there's the True Science stack, and that has your 4 True Science skincare items. Your Vitality stack, which is Nerf 1, Nerf 2, your Omegas, and your ProBio. And you can also get that in convenient packages with everyday doses. So you just grab a packet, and that's all you need for the day. Yep, and that's your way to get free shipping. You can add on your Axio or whatever else you'd like on top of that to, utilize your free shipping.
And when you're busy, like everyone is, it's nice to have the convenience of being able to go on your computer or your phone. You pick what you want. You pick when it comes, and it comes right to your house. You know, you're eliminating the middleman, but you're also supporting your independent distributor is more than likely somebody you know. And so you're supporting somebody that you have a connection to. So we just want to thank you for coming and getting on tonight, taking your time to listen. We appreciate that. And we just want to remind you to get back to whoever invited you to this presentation. And if you do have any questions, we would be happy to answer them.